Loading Bible passages and looking them up has never been easier. In this video, I'd like to show you how to do that in step. There are two ways in which you can do this. One involves a lot of clicking and the other one has to do with typing. I'll show you both. You judge which one's more useful for you and which one you're going to use more often. In both examples, let us try and maneuver to Joshua chapter 23. The first method includes clicking on this button. It will display a whole list of books arranged in biblical order. We said we were looking for the book of Joshua. If we click on it, it shows us all the chapters in the book. We need chapter 23, and then we need to click Find. And there we are in Joshua 23. The second method involves using the command line. Now the important thing in this method is you need to clear the current reference, which is Genesis 1. If you don't, when you type Josh 23 and hit enter, you will get both Joshua 23 and Genesis 1, and you don't want that. So be sure to clear the Genesis 1 reference by clicking on it. Now you can type only Joshua 23 appears. One benefit of step is that verse ranges are not limited to chapters. There are stories in the Bible which are longer than a single chapter. You may recall that Jesus' Sermon on the Mount in Matthew is not limited to a single chapter. If you would like to read the whole thing, as I think is wise to do, you need to type and hit enter. This command has loaded the Gospel of Matthew chapters 5 to 7 in their entirety. But what about stories that do not match chapter divisions? You may recall that the story about the creation of the world told in Genesis 1 does not actually end in Genesis 1. It ends in chapter 2, verse 3. It is easy to do this. Just clear the previous reference and then type click enter, and there we are. We have the entire story. You will recall that earlier in this video I offered you a choice between two input methods. You may see that I clearly prefer the second, but you may practice both. In fact, at the bottom of the screen, you will see a whole list of passages that you may try and look up for yourself. All of them are extremely famous. Try looking everyone up and then making a note of what famous passage this is. Enjoy your discoveries.